everyone. Good morning, noon, or night. I am coming to you all today. My name is Joyce McTeer, and I'm coming to you, ladies and gentlemen, today with another 7 days of handmades, segment number 4, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, y'all know every now and then I have to do a dressing up the wood bead, okay? So this is the wood bead right here that we are going to be dressing up. And the items that you are going to need for this DIY is going to be, you're going to need some tacky glue. You're going to need some puffy paint, and this is gold glitter puffy paint. So you will need some of this. You're going to need some flat nose pliers, some wire cutters, some round nose pliers. You are going to need your piece of wood that's similar to this, that has like a hole in it. You're going to need a 14mm wood bead, a piece of 20 gauge wire. Cut your 20 gauge wire at least about 5 or 6 inches long. You're going to need 2 large spacer beads. You're going to need your choice of fabric. Now what I did with this fabric is I ironed it and then I folded both of the sides in and ironed it as flat as I could get it, okay? Because the thing about fabric frays, so we don't want our earrings to fray, okay? So that's why I fold both sides in and fold both sides in and ironed it so those so that this side is going to be the side that is not going to be shown, but it's going to be, as we're wrapping it, it's going to be wrapped in. So we're going to go ahead and get, and also, ladies and gentlemen, you will need your handy dandy glue gun, because that's what's going to start it off. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get started. And I hope I did say fish hook. I'm not sure if I did, but of course we're going to need a fish hook. So the very first thing that we are going to do, ladies and gentlemen, is we're going to start wrapping our wood bead, okay? Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip. It doesn't matter which way you start it. I'm going to take my fabric, and give me 1 second. Just want to trim that off. I'm going to take my fabric and I'm going to start I'm going to flip it and start it from like the back, just like this. And I'm going to take a little bit of my glue, a little bit of my the glue from the glue gun to start it. Now, like I've said once before, once you start wrapping, you don't have to glue in between. So I'm going to go ahead and put a smidge of glue just to get started. Just like this. I know a lot of people don't like to work with the glue gun, but I like working with the glue gun. Okay, so then once we get it on there, we're going to take and place it just like this on our wood, okay? Just like that on your wood. Now what I'm going to do, I am going to bring this through just like this. Well, actually it's already through, but I'm gonna bring it through like this. And then I'm going to come on the opposite side. This is what we're going to have. And I'm going to push it through from this side. So what I'm doing is I glued it here. I'm bringing this piece up. I'm bringing this piece over. Then I'm going to take this piece and stick it through. just like this, and pull this through. And I want to pull it as tight as I can get it. Just like that. Okay, so this is what you're going to have, ladies and gentlemen. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start wrapping it. Now as I wrap it, I'm going to be pulling it as tight as I can get it as I wrap it. Okay, see where I'm going? As tight as I can get it. And I love doing this. I love changing a wood earring. You know, making it into something different, making it into something unique. Now, the hardest part about this is these corners. The corners, it's gotta be done just right. And I'm really not doing anything all that great. I'm just wrapping it. So, and I'm pulling it tight. That's the main thing, is pulling it tight, and also making sure that it doesn't making sure that the other part on the other side, making sure that this part doesn't show. And sometimes you have to use some extra. That's why I always tell you, ladies and gentlemen, to make sure that whenever you're doing anything, you see, that you, that's what I said, this is the tricky part. Make sure you have something that, you know, extra. Make sure you always cut something extra. Okay, so you see how this is coming along? I hope you ladies and gentlemen can see this. And you just want to pull it through and grab it as tight as you can get it. Pull it through. I'm not going to pause this today, y'all. This is going to run because I really want you all to see exactly what I'm doing. This is what I have right here. And I'm just going to continue to wrap. Pulling it as tight as I can get it. Wrapping it. Pulling it as tight as I can get it. And continue to wrap. I hope everyone is having a wonderful, or had a wonderful and awesome weekend. The weekends go by so quick now, y'all. It's like once Friday get here, next thing you know, Sunday here. Okay, so I hope you all can see exactly what I'm doing. And we're just going to keep going. Okay, and we're going to do it one more time. Pulling it through and holding it as tight as you can, because you want it to be tight and you want it to look as professional as it can be. So once we get here, we're done. I have this out for a reason, but once we get here, we're going to go ahead and cut this. So we're going to snip just like that. And we're going to take this tacky glue, which I love so much, and we're going to take it and just put a little bit on the inside. And the thing about this tacky glue, ladies and gentlemen, is it dries clear. That's why I love it so much. It dries clear. And then we're just going to bring that over just like that. Just like that. Okay, so you really, if you look at this, you really can't tell where it started or where it ended. Okay, so that was the hardest part about doing this, wrapping this earring. So the next thing we're going to do, ladies and gentlemen, is we're going to use our gold glitter, okay? Now, this gold glitter, I don't know if you all can see, but it's on some of this fabric, it's glitter. I mean, it's not glitter. On some of this fabric, you see like a little hint of gold in there, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take this real lightly and go over some of my lines that's on here. And it right now, it's a hot mess because you can't really tell, you know, what it is. It just it's coming out. It's not coming out with like glitter. So you're going to have to let this dry. And what I'm going to do up at the top is I'm going to put just a couple lines up at the top, just like that, okay? So we're going to let this dry, and I'll be back. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, so this is dry, and I hope you all can see the actual glitter that is in this puffy paint. Now, this puffy paint, when it comes out, it looks white, and it looks like it has glitter in it, but once it dries, you can actually see the effect of it. See the glitter? And I did it on both sides. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take our wire and we're going to put our wire through. We're going to pinch these two pieces up just like this. I'm going to pinch the front piece down, like more towards the back. And then I'm going to wrap it 3 times. So that's 1, 2, 3. Okay. Next thing I'm going to do, ladies and gentlemen, is I'm going to take and I'm going to snip off the excess, which is I'm going to cut this off right here, just like that. Take my flat nose pliers and I'm going to go in and just squeeze it in just to make sure that nothing is sticking. Okay. And so we're going to go ahead and add on our beads. So we're going to add on our spacer bead. We're going to put a spacer bead down the bottom. Then we're going to add our wood bead. And then our very last spacer bead. Just like that. This is what you're going to have. And these are gorgeous. And then we're going to go ahead and I am going to make a loop to the side. I'm going to show you all. Make my loop. Bring this around and I'm going to show you in a minute. And this is what it's going to look like. It's going to be to the side. Okay. Then I'm going to give it a little indentation. Ladies and gentlemen. Just like that. And then I'm going to push this up and start wrapping it around, holding it in place and just wrapping it around. Okay, and now I'm gonna go ahead and snip off this excess here, just like that. Take my flat nose pliers and go in and squeeze that in. And then last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to add on our fish hook. Put our fish hook on. Okay, and here you have a beautiful, this is a beautiful pair of fabric wood dressing up the wood earring. This is absolutely gorgeous. It's different, and you won't find anyone else with this item because you made it. So I want to thank you all for joining me for segment number 4 of the 7 days of Handmades, and I will see you ladies and gentlemen back here for segment 5, which will be Monday. And then we're coming down the stretch, y'all. We have 3 more days. So I want to thank you all for joining me, and y'all enjoy the rest of your day. And like I said, I will see you ladies and gentlemen back here for segment number 5. So y'all have a wonderful and awesome Sunday. Peace and blessings. See ya.